Hi, everybody. Well, today was my 1 year post-op follow-up appointment with the surgeon and the nutritionist, the dietitian. And it was kind of hard, not going to lie. I was a little nervous going in, but I already knew my lab work was well, and I didn't have any issues with my lab work. They were really pleased with that, just continued the labs. I obviously didn't hit my weight loss goal for them, but I'm feeling really good. But there's a lot of other things going on right now in my life that's kind of keeping me from hitting my water goal every day. So that's on me. And my protein goal, again, that's on me. And so we did a little talking about that and kind of some of the things I could do to kind of help along the process. And also because I am going through perimenopause, and that's hormone, and when it's hormone related, the hormones can actually cause a bit of an issue with the weight loss process. So I'm going to be starting, of all things, birth control here within the next couple of weeks to see if we can't get that a little better regulated. So otherwise, they're very pleased with my progress. We talked about how it's a marathon and not a sprint. And how if I wanted to, I could add a GLP-1, which is the injections, or some oral form of appetite suppressant if I needed it. And it's not the appetite piece at all that's a problem. Yes, the hunger is back. However, I do really well with making sure that it doesn't take over my life. So it's just, I'm not eating enough of the right things, and I'm not eating the way I should be eating as far as the time of day. And also some of the things I've been eating I shouldn't probably eat because I don't have reactions to anything that I put in my mouth. So anyway, here we are, 1 year post-op appointment, and I'm doing well. And so they're excited about that component, and my recovery is right where they want it to be. My weight loss, not so much, but you should be able to eat the 8 ounces when you get to your 1 year mark. And but they tell you if you can't, don't worry about not being able to eat those 8 ounces. And but I've been able to do that now for a little while, and I think it's been part of my problem. And they don't force it. If you can't eat the 8 ounces, then move on, and make sure you're drinking your fluids. I know I haven't been drinking my fluids. I brought my bottle with me again today. I could do every day that I'm in the car. You can ask Terry. He's like, you bringing that bottle again? Yeah, I'm bringing that bottle again because I'm constantly sipping on my water because I need to hit the fluid goals. If I do one thing right, I want to hit the fluid goals. But anyway, now the one thing I don't talk about is how much weight I lost, because what I don't want this to be about is the actual amount of weight loss. It needs to be, are you hitting other goals? Is your blood pressure normal? Is your blood sugar regulated? Do you feel better? Are you sleeping better? Have you changed the mindset with what you eat and how you eat? And, for me, it's about being able to live my best life. And I've been able to do that for quite a while. So I'm really happy with where I am, even though I didn't hit their goal, as they say. I'm happy with where I landed within my 1 year mark. I'm not done. I will say that I'm not done. So, but like I said, there are a lot of things going on right now in my life that's kind of preventing me from being a little more, mindful of how I'm approaching this. But that's going to change over the course of the next couple of months. So anyway, did have a conversation with the physician assistant today about scare tactics that the registered dietitian that had our group last year, and how I didn't appreciate the scare tactic that was involved with what you could and could not eat pre and post-op. And believe it or not, I was told today he no longer works for the company. So I'm not surprised because there were probably a lot of complaints as a result of how this person approached the pre-op people. And I told her, I said, as a registered nurse, I know how to navigate this. And I said, I was shocked when I sat in this group and he said the things that he said and how he said it. And I get it that, you know, they want us to be successful, but that is not the way to do it. And she goes, yeah, they recognize that, and that's the reason why he no longer works for them. And I'm like, okay. So I'm sorry to anybody that has ever felt attacked by a dietitian in this world of bariatric life, because all they're trying to do, the really good dietitians, all they're trying to do, instead of checking the box, yes, I met with them. Yes, I had the conversation with them about hitting their protein goals. Yes, I had a conversation with them about, you know, their fluid goals. But the really good dietitians, what they are supposed to be doing is making sure that we're eating the right things. Don't let a dietitian scare you into thinking that you can't have certain things. It's just the really good ones are trying to guide you a direction to have a different lifestyle around food, a different mindset around food. If they are saying you will never have this again, you'll never have that again, you will have serious side effects if you have this, and your body's going to react in a horrible, horrible way if you have that. Please step up, have a voice. Also understand that, you know, you have a community that you can rely on and have conversations with around, you know, what you should and shouldn't eat. Now, I'm not saying that your community is going to replace a dietitian's information, but do your homework and be knowledgeable before you walk in through that door. It's going to be really helpful for you to have in your back pocket all that information that you need, so you can be very knowledgeable about the questions that you should ask as a patient. And I want to encourage everybody to ask questions at their appointments. That's what they're there for. So I thought that was interesting information that I got today. And I know I kind of went on a whole tangent about dietitians and food. I think it's probably a really good topic to talk about at some point, and I think I will bring up the conversation around what to ask your dietitian and what this looks like moving forward. So anyway, more to come, and I will talk to y'all really soon. See ya. Bye-bye.